A goddamn war. Him and his
hold
little
on,
bush
wait a
buddies
minute,
responsible for hundreds of thousands of people
hold on.
being killed.
You better watch. Hold on. You watch your mouth when you talk about Colin Powell. You will not disrespect Colin Powell, brother.
Let me clarify too.
You watch your tone when you talk about Colin Powell, brother. I will not take that from you or anybody else that want to disrespect Colin Powell. Go ahead. You better say with all due respect.
With all due respect, Colin Powell's a fucking war criminal. Okay, he lied to the American people to get us into the Iraqi war. Subsequently, 500,000 people dead as a result of that, and still nobody wants to hold them or the Bush administration accountable for that. Okay, so. Bam! Once again, SquadKast motherfucking podcast. Episode 30, gentlemen. This is 30. Actually, I think, technically 31. I misnumbered somewhere in the process, but I think from here, from that point forward,
counting, right?
So just the YouTube analytics. That's all. That's all. So, how everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Hey, brother man. DJ, you gonna get us on a copyright infringement with whatever you got going on in the background there, bro.
Oh, hold on. Let me cut that off.
All right. We don't need get flagged.
We don't need to get flagged for nothing going on.
YouTube jail.
We don't need that. We already had that once. We was in purgatory for about a good hour or so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But we had to fight the power and shit. So.
Right.
Well, welcome to another episode, guys. Hope everyone's had a good week so far. Mine ain't been too bad. Worked hard, played hard, lots of fish, lots of sun. You know, what can I say? This is a standard routine at this point. So, you guys, everything going on right there?
Go ahead, Brother Black. Go ahead.
I didn't hear your question. You was breaking up.
I just seeing how you's doing for the week. How'd the week been for you?
I'm good, man. It flew by actually pretty fast. I was off yesterday. Didn't really do much. Just cleaned up a little bit around the house and just really relaxed. My weekend is going pretty good so far. Got the little man. Probably go up to Grays Lake, get some little exercise in for a little second and see what the day holds.
That's what's up. Well, brother DJ, I want to start with you here today because you actually said you had a couple of topics you wanted to bring up.
Yeah, I did, man.
I'm not sure if these are politics or not, but I'm not sure if I want to say anything about the DNC. This bullshit over the last few days. So, I don't know if that's where you okay. So I'm just hoping it's something different actually. Because I'm trying to preserve myself, man. The fish keep getting bigger though. The more upset I get, the bigger fish I'm catching. So I don't know.
I see that. When we get done, I'll go ahead and let you get your spill out, and then we'll see how that goes.
Right.
I gotta hear. I actually want to hear what you got to say.
Okay. All right. So please. So go ahead, brother. What you got for us today?
Okay. So every once in a while, I'll get on my Snapchat or whatever, and I'll ask question of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to the people, just try to get some insight, just off of shit that I be recognizing what's going on, in the city, country, world, society, whatever. And one of the questions I had to the people, and I got some great insight, was: is chivalry dead, or is it now called thirst?
Well, in the great words, or in the words of the great Dave Chappelle, chivalry is dead, and women fucking killed it. Okay. Right.
Can you elaborate on that, brother? I want to know more.
So that's just a joke, but yeah. Unfortunately, a large part of what ideally, at least what would be considered chivalry is dead. Maybe a large part of that is the male's fault. Maybe we took shit too far. But at the same time, it is. It's tough sometimes just to pay a basic compliment to another person without it being considered, going over the line or being too thirsty or I don't want you. Like I'm just being a nice person. So, but that being said, I'd never really held a lot of doors open for women or, pushed their seat in or anything. I don't know. Listen, I always figured she got the same kind of hands I do. They work. So,
You ain't shit.
No, man. So, I mean, but I didn't like specifically like, no, I ain't never gonna do that. But I never made a, let me run to the other side of this car real quick, get this door open for sure. Nah, that's never my style. I pull up and unlock to get on in. I got the whole seat cleared off just for you. Come on, wow. That's pretty chivalrous in my mind.
All right, Brother Black, go ahead.
I get what Brother Cheffen is saying. I can agree and disagree at sometimes, but in today's times, I can get where he's coming from because I've experienced that at times. You can just be, your normal self and just be speaking to people. You might be a morning person, a good morning person, and some people might take that the wrong way, like you trying to holler at them just off of a good morning. What did I say in my morning, good or morning, that you got out of me wanting any parts of you? Right. I don't get that, but okay, I'm just saying. So I can get what he's saying as far as with that. The chivalry part, I mean, I'll still hold the door open, that sort of thing. When we going into a restaurant or whatever the case may be, or a grocery store, or wherever we at. But yeah, I can get what he's saying as far as with just naturally being, a people person. You speak, or what I'm saying, you see people around, or that's just you. You're not the type of person that just want to get into a person's pants or. Yeah, I feel like sometimes women have taken it to the next level. Exactly, as far as with that, because thirst and actually being a genuine nice person is two different things, and I think they lost sight of that. Especially
I
when
wholeheartedly agree with that.
What'd you say?
I said I agree with what you just said.
And in hindsight, I feel like I don't want to keep saying some women, because I don't want to generalize like it's all women. Some women, they fuck with so many fucked up motherfuckers that they don't know how to take a genuine compliment without thinking that, you know what I'm saying,
it's a setup or there's some big underlying
so let me
whatever.
Let me chime in on that real quick, because I want to give you some insight on that particular comment what Brother Black just said before I give my spiel on how I feel about it. But one of the responses I got was from a female who said that she doesn't believe chivalry is dead, but she just said that some women don't know how to handle it because that's not something that they're used to.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes into what Brother Black was saying, that that they probably have so many messed up encounters or dealt with so many brothers or whoever that just didn't fit the bill, that when they do encounter somebody who does try to be respectable and things of that nature, that they just don't know how to deal with that because they've dealt with so many shitty people. So I can kind of see that from what Brother Black just said, and based on the response that I got from the young lady who chimed in.
Makes sense. Now, are we? Well, let me ask you this question then. So, thinking of the Titanic.
I never gave mine. Let me go ahead real quick.
Okay, yeah.
So, well, first of all, Brother Black, was you done? Because I just wanted to give that input based on what you said. So I want to make sure that you get your spill out. I don't want to say I cut you short.
I mean, let me see the chivalry part, the whole. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I touched base on, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to alienate the women like it's all women, because that's not all. Some women know how to take a compliment and keep it moving.
Yeah, Black, you got a shaky relationship with our female audience right now. Anyways, they haven't really recovered from
y'all
first couple of episodes, bro.
Relationship with the women audience. Ain't no women fucking coming up to me saying, "Fuck you, Black Rasta. We don't like your ass." It's
No,
fucking
me and
you.
DJ are the ones we getting the messages like, tell this
Bro, we
motherfucker.
taking all the heat. We taking all the heat for your ass, man. You out here just
I
got
just
me
keep
and
telling like he's young, he's learning.
you know, me and Cheffen more diplomatic, so we know how to take care of these things. And you, I don't know, man. But
No, I'm just
to
joking,
to
brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
to kind of give my thoughts and go into my synopsis here. I don't think that chivalry is dead. I think that some women, like you guys said, just don't know how to handle it. I think that society has conditioned women to see everything as thirst, which is crazy to me. Like Brother Black said, there is a difference between thirst and, you know, a guy being respectable, you know, trying to pursue you maybe in the right way instead of, you know, what you want tonight, yo, mom, what you trying to, you know, why don't you come, you know what I'm saying, all this extra shit. And the guy probably, I'm just saying, like, you know, the guy probably pays, you know, probably pays a compliment or something like that. And like y'all said, the compliment turns into, damn, why you being so thirsty? I'm like, I just said you got nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? Something simple as that. Or I like your hair or something like that. It's like, it's sad that the women today can't take a compliment or take a guy holding a door for them or anything like that. They have to take it to the extreme. Like a guy is just really he was probably brought up that way. I mean, he's probably raised by women. You know, they probably taught him these are the things you need to do. This how you respect a woman. You know what I mean? And it's 20 fucking 20, and
Our president saying, "Grab me
the
by the pussy."
value. Yeah, well, I also think that the women don't value themselves like they used to no more. I think they have like a lower like self-esteem or something about them for some reason. I mean, there's just a lot of things. I'm pretty sure the man has a lot of
Well, we
part
touched
in
on
that as
this a
well,
little bit
but
too. A large part of that being the social media. People just get carried away
yeah,
trying to one up or keep up with a style or fashion or a certain look.
exactly.
So I think you
Exactly.
touched
Like,
on
you
it though. A
know, it's
large
just
part of it does have to deal with their experiences, and if anything, like you said, how those men are raised. It's the other way around too. How the women are raised too. If they have those positive relationships with men in their lives, from father to brothers to uncles and just friends in general, then they can, in most cases, probably respect a higher standard in most men, and deal with and sort out those one-off occasions where it isn't. Because men do get there is this unfortunate perception that the men who are the worst of us, the bad actors who pursue women in the most aggressively and in the worst of ways, it's like 10%. And that's the women, those are the men that most women are dealing with most of the time. Just 10% of us. And then you got this other 90% range inside of there, the different scope of men. But unfortunately, those 10% are the most visible, the most vocal. So that's the feedback when you do get a genuine guy who's trying to actually pursue a woman or just provide a nice compliment for whatever reason with no ulterior motive. I'd be like, nah, you might be one of them 10%ers. Get out of here. Get out of here. So
and it's crazy because if you look at social media today, if you look at the woman today, the woman is very expressful of how they feel and what they want, and they put their feelings out on social media for the world to see, for whatever guy to see, that whatever, right? For anybody, right? So let's say a guy goes and he sees whatever is being said, and he's like, you know what, I kind of like this person anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and step it up. I'm gonna be direct. She's posting like, hey, I need somebody that's gonna motivate me. All this extra stuff that you see all the time. And he's, hey, how's your day going? I hope you have a good day. Make sure you be productive, be safe, all blah. Like he's doing the little things that she's complaining about or expressing what she wants, but then that'll turn around and get turned into thirst. You follow me? Like I don't understand.
Right. It's still, you know, I mean, it's the same thing with a girl on, you know, Snap or the gram talking about, I just want a man who wants to do this. And then that man instantly like, yo, I'm trying to do that. Be like, oh, this nigga thirsty. You know, like what?
You know what I mean? Like that's wild to me. Go ahead, Brother Black. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only answer that could be is it's not the motherfucker she want. Period. What other else answer could it be? If motherfuckers say, "Hey, I got this," and then she turn your ass down, or she saying you thirsty. Motherfuckers just don't be wanting that motherfucker. They want the motherfucker that's gonna treat them bad and treat them like shit. I'm sorry.
And so bad boys are so successful.
I could somewhat agree with that. It's like I made another. I don't know if it was like a question of the day, but it was kind of like a comment where I said, and I don't want to necessarily, and I'm referring this as men and women when I say nice guys finish last, and I really believe that's a true comment. That's a true statement, because you can have a dude or a female that try to go out of their way for said individual and still get treated like shit. Try to give them everything that they complain about, want, or whatever the case may be, and for some reason you'll get treated like shit, or it ain't good enough. Vice versa. And that's just mind-boggling to me. I don't understand that. And like I said, I don't know if that's a social conditioning thing. I don't know if that's how, you know, you were raised, the type of people you're around, the type of friends that you engage with. You know, like there could be a lot of different things that go into that. But for me, I'm just like, I don't get it.
Right. Then so can you get social equality and keep chivalry alive? Can you do both of those things? Can men and women be exactly equal and chivalry goes away? No, like never hold a door, no compliments ever, never lifting a heavy thing.
Here's the thing. See, and I have no problem with this within reason. Women have fought for equality for decades, centuries, you know, and we're in the society now where in most cases the woman is looked highly favored upon than the man, especially in the black community, as far as like jobs and shit like that.
Shit, they got all the power.
Right, and I said this before, like Brother Black just said, they have all the power. You know what I mean? Like literally. And this kind of goes into what Brother Black said, like, if you're doing all this stuff for the said individual and they don't want to fuck with you, then I would be hopefully that they would just say, I appreciate what you're doing, but you know, I ain't really trying to rock with you like that, other than just trying to make it seem like you super thirsty, because that really ain't even the case.
Right. That,
you know what I'm saying?
There's a way to, and obviously, how are you supposed to know who you're supposed to say something to or not to? And if the rule is never say anything, I mean, we would die out as a species so long ago. So there've been no StreamYard, that's for sure. We never would have made it this far.
Exactly.
And you know, so I don't know if equality could really be achieved, because I was going to say earlier, I'm thinking about the Titanic when it sank and they put the women and children in the boat. Would it be okay if I said, well, anyone under 18 in the boat, rock, paper, scissors, everybody else?
Nah, hey,
all the men just stay there like, well, shit. I ain't really like her. I can't believe I just let her get on that boat.
This a lightweight joke kind of retort. So I had that same scenario come up, right, where motherfuckers talk about women and children on the boat, and I was like, well, shit, I'm somebody's son. Don't I count?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody's child. I gotta count.
Man, she does. Right. We are just as valuable. Why can't we do a quick arm wrestle, see who's gonna get on this boat? I don't understand why there's a default here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So this goes in. So now my second question of the day, maybe can kind of tie into this thing too. So it was yesterday, I think I asked the people about money, flashing money, showing money, promoting money. I got this, I got that, y'all broke. Females saying I'm not gonna fuck with nobody if they ain't got no money,
man,
and all this other stuff. Like, one, where did this come from? Two, when has it been okay to be showing off your money like this? Because every hustler knows that you hustle not to be seen and to show off like that. You hustle to get away and put your money up. So I mean, I just don't understand how we got into this whole money thing, and like, does money make a difference into the female attraction of the man? Does it make it
men
easier
are
for them?
always been known
does it
for.
hide certain characteristics or personalities that they don't have, to where they can use this money shit as a cop out? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Well, if we gotta recognize historical norms in this case, then, in that traditionally speaking, it's been that women seek men who are financially well off in some way, who are great providers in that regard, whether that's cash in hand or land, or you're a hell of a hunter trapper and can build your ass off in some way, form, or fashion. But there's a difference between just being capable and well-to-do and able to take care of your partner and family, and like, just slapping people in the face with stacks of money because you got it like that, dropping, flashing all your damn jewels or whatnot. There's certain cultural allowances. Maybe if you a pimp, then hey, that's kind of like that's the way that thing works. But day-to-day normal motherfucker squares as it be. No, I mean, you shouldn't be too. There should be a certain amount of reserve, you will, regardless of how well you're doing, how nice the things you really have.
So,
well, my thing is that, well, hold on, brother Black, and you can go ahead and so the individual who doesn't show his money, who doesn't show the designer clothes, or who doesn't even buy the designer clothes, but actually has money. He might actually have more money than the street dudes who actually show off $4,000-$5,000 in cash.
Right.
That they gotta hope, that they pray that they wake up the next day and don't be dead or in jail to keep that shit going. Like,
Right.
I mean, like,
Yeah, we know plenty of people
never
who got
judge a
plenty of
book by its
money.
cover.
You just wouldn't know just looking at them. They are very average, living their life, very disciplined, humble people. So for sure, you don't have to do all that.
Go ahead, brother Black.
Well, let me finish. Hold on, I'm not finished here. Hold up.
Oh, go ahead.
I would say
Go ahead.
that the women who say that they won't fuck with a broke dude, in most cases, are very insecure women, where they don't believe that they have what it takes to make it, or they believe what they have isn't as solid as they want it to be. So if they're going to get with a guy, he's got to be better for whatever. It's more of a taking advantage of a scenario, not actually looking for a real partner. In fact, if you find a woman fucking with a broke dude on purpose and she is very secure, even if she got more money than him, she's not worried about whether how much money he got or not. There's different aspects to his character that would value, that would make her want to have this person in the first place.
Is that the woman's thought process, or is that the social conditioning that she's been through, as far as the music that she's listening
right.
to?
That's a total
media,
package, right? That's
okay.
It's a whole synergy. It's a whole world of right that leads you then to this. This is the type of relationship you're seeking instead of this type of relationship. So for sure. So yeah, so that's all a part of it, man. And I don't know. I've been broke before and women fuck with me, but that's because they value my person. They saw my potential. They understood that broke wasn't who I was. It just is where I was at. So
right.
And that's the same reason why men mess with women who don't have any money. It's not about the money. It's about their potential, who they're going to be and what they can be, and the other things that they're going to bring to the table. So anyone talking about, I don't fuck with broke men. Got a broke soul.
I posted this meme real quick, and then Brother Black go in. I posted this meme, and it said that a rich man can basically fuck with a broke woman, and change her life, but a rich woman won't even dare think about fucking with a broke man. Go ahead, Brother
That's
Black.
not so absolute. I don't agree.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying.
But I have heard this sentiment.
Exactly. Go ahead, Black.
So for me, as far as with the whole money shit, I think that shit initially started because initially we first start off with the whole jewelry thing, with the chains and all that shit, and we just elevated from jewelry to shit just flashing money and throwing money in. The whole strip club shit, all that shit is like levels. You know what I'm saying? We went, like I say, from jewelry to the money thing. As far as for what
Progress.
y'all saying, as far as with what'd you say?
I said progression.
Yeah, so as far as what y'all saying, as far as with if they'll deal with a man with money and that sort of thing, I feel like I get what y'all saying as far as with it comes with being a provider, that sort of thing. But at the same time, say the original question again, cause y'all
All
fucked
right.
me up
Can
with the
can you can
whole.
can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Can you hold your head straight up, brother? We want to get a good. We
There
don't
we
need the
go.
angle. There we go. And and what I said was, does the money thing play into the woman actually allowing the man to pursue her, or her pursuing the man because she sees that he has money, he has designer clothes, he's in whatever car or whatever the case may be, opposed to the
Yeah,
average Joe Schmo who's walking around in, Wranglers or something, but probably got 75K put up in his account, probably got about 100K in his portfolio and assets and total net worth.
yeah, definitely, cause motherfuckers go off of appearance and shit instead of what's inside most of the time. I ain't gonna say most of the time. Si I would say a good 50, half and half, because that's the reason why it's so fucked up out here. Motherfuckers going for looks and appearance of what motherfuckers got and what they always want to flash instead of what's on, like I said, what's on the inside. Motherfuckers gonna have 50, $60,000 on hand, but right now, but will treat you like shit or fuck around, be beating your ass, but you won't know it because you going off of how a motherfucker look.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or
What's
the
interesting
female.
is I don't know if you know who Christopher Hitchens is. He makes a point about why men, in his opinion, are funnier than women is because it's a survival tactic. Because if you're ugly and not well to do, if you're both of those things simultaneously, that's the only tool you got left in your bag to keep a woman's attention and attract her is to be funny. Just a little side note there. I don't know if you agree with that or not,
Go
but
ahead, brother Black.
something to think about.
Finish that out.
Not
Finish it.
true.
Go. Keep
You can
elaborating,
be your
brother.
genuine self, bro. Motherfuckers, excuse me, motherfuckers do all this extra shit for. I mean, you can be yourself. A female know when you doing all this extra shit any fucking way, but to do all the extra gimmicks and all of that extra shit for what though? Because how long you gonna keep that shit going? Like for real, for real. Like I feel like you being yourself, a motherfucker gonna get to go. You'll get the real vibe of another motherfucker. You can only keep a fake facade up for so long. So I even get that shit started. Just be yourself. Motherfucker gonna fuck with you. If they don't fuck with you, they let you know that they ain't for you. So then you won't have to go into faking it, giving, throwing your money into some shit and all that other extra dumb shit. Motherfuckers
Right.
tripping.
Right. No, I agree with brother Black, as in I feel like, the brother should just be himself, or the sister should be themselves, depending on what's going on. I really don't think money should dictate somebody's potential opportunities with the opposite sex. I really think that personality goes a long way. I really believe that, yes, since time immemorial, I agree with brother Cheffen that the woman has been somewhat conditioned and trained to go for the said providers. And when you go for these said providers, you're gonna go for the top. You should aim for the top.
Try
If
to,
that's
right.
what you're gonna right, if that's what you're gonna do. So I mean, when you have that, being embedded in their mind to a certain degree, and then like we said, all the social conditioning that's going on, I'm not going to sit here and say that there's a great percentage of women who only care about brothers with money, but it's somewhat starting to get up there, and it's starting to get
I think it's
somewhat
definitely a
ridiculous.
younger
And
generation
and
thing.
and I don't want to say it's all women because it's some it's a lot of women out there that deal with men. I mean, because keep it a bug. As long as generally, if you're a good dude and I ain't gonna say if you're a good dude. I ain't gonna say that because it's some good dudes that get fucked over. But generally,
Exactly.
if you're a hard working
Exactly.
dude and you got some kind of work ethic, not a smart woman generally, I'll say that they'll recognize that and fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And try and see what other qualities or things like that you got. Now, simple minded motherfucker, you wasting your motherfucking time, just move the fuck around. For real, for real. That's just
And
me though.
that goes for
Vice
and
versa. That's not
I
just
say
us.
the man and the woman, because like I said,
Yeah.
depending on what's going on and because some men feel like they only want to fuck with a female who got money. They don't want to support no female that doesn't want to do nothing for themselves, who just lazy and want to have a bunch of kids or got a bunch
Right.
of kids and all this other stuff. So I mean, I see the mindset on both ends, but it's just, to me, and I could be wrong, it just, to me, from everything I'm seeing, the percentage kind of leans towards the woman's side as far as the requirement of the money type shit and certain things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see it on social media all the time. Now I know social media is this fake wonderland, but some people actually take that shit serious and really be putting this shit out there for real for motherfuckers to see.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think this boils down ultimately to personal responsibility, and don't set an expectation on someone you can't meet yourself. Certainly not in the realm of who you want them to be in the world. If you can't take care of yourself, it's not necessarily right for you to look for someone to take care of you. Like, you can't do it. How can anybody else? You know what I'm saying? You gotta love yourself first before you can try to love somebody else. That type of thing.
I'm gonna tell you from experience. When I was in a different life out here before I started working on a full-time basis and being at my job for so many years now, when I was out here in these streets, money brings you all type of shit. Money can bring you females that you probably thought you never had a chance with back in the day, but now that you got this money and you move in a certain kind of way, now they flocking to you. And I'm telling you, it happened to me all firsthand, like real life, firsthand experience. Like bro, it was kind of crazy. Like I'm never gonna sit and say I'm a fucking 10 or I'm the most handsomest brother. I got all my shit together, or none of that shit. But I know for a fact that there's a certain caliber of woman that I'm attracted to or who's attracted to me. And when I start seeing this upper echelon of women coming towards my way because I'm getting this money, that just lets me know that's what it's all about. It was never really about me. It was never really about what I had in here or what I got up here. It was about that.
Right.
And that shit happens, man. That shit is crazy.
Well, did you have another question for us then, or did you have another?
No, I mean those are pretty much the two that I wanted to get out there because I felt like they kind of tie in each other somewhat hand in hand to a degree, depending on how the conversation and the dialogue went. So
Right.
that's all I want. I wanted to get my brother's insight, and just to, we're gonna clean this up. We're talking about men and women. We've kind of said that just to make that clear. We're not woman bashing. We're just trying to gain some insight.
DJ's definitely saying that men are better than women. I just want to clarify
No,
that.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. But to segue into something else, let me just get this out here. My battle in Omaha got canceled, which is the reason why I'm here now doing the podcast.
Okay.
So that got canceled due to a whole bunch of different reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. But me and Black did book our flights to Boston for October 23rd for my next battle, so we will be out there. Just trying to keep you up to date on the battle rap news. But besides that, brother Cheffen, this is your time. This is your time.
Bro, come on, man.
What do you have to say about the DNC?
Man.
Come on.
this Democratic National Convention was a bunch of boo-boo. All right, point blank, period. The only thing that they could possibly, the only message is Trump bad, Biden good. That is the only takeaway message of the whole damn thing. They're proposing no fucking solid policy changes. They're not looking to help anybody than themselves. They just want to be elected. That is it. And they're swearing to God it's just because Trump's a really bad guy. He's a really bad guy. Are you kidding me? No health care for all, no universal income, no nothing about the incarceration rates. Never mind, we got into this last week about who Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are in regards to America's incarceration problem, particularly with black men. So, okay, let's talk about, how many goddamn Republicans did they have for speaking at this goddamn thing? 5 or 6? John Casey. How many failed presidential candidates did they have speak at this goddamn thing? People that we didn't want to hear from in the first fucking place. Why the fuck were they talking? Kamala Harris alone got less. She didn't get it. What do you call those delegates or primer, whatever the fuck these things are called? I can't just skip in my head right now. Then Tulsi Gabbard. She got less votes than Tulsi Gabbard. She dropped out before the Iowa caucuses. So yeah, great VP choice because she was almost the real deal. She was almost what? Colin Powell spoke. Colin Powell's a goddamn war criminal. Hold on. So setting that aside, and Andrew Yang, come on, this guy.
I can't believe what you just said. I cannot believe what you just said.
No.
War criminal?
AOC, the progressive Democratic, elected officials get less speaking time than the Republicans that they invited to the damn Democratic National Convention. It makes no sense.
That was strategic, brother.
No, it's not. This is a lost cause, thinking they're going to convince millions of Republicans to switch sides all of a sudden. That doesn't happen. It's never fucking happened. And they damn sure tried to do this last time with Hillary, and it failed. Why are they doing the same
what do you think?
thing?
What the fuck do you think the Republican National Convention is going to be? You know they're going to have old ass
There are not going to be any Democrats there.
And all that other shit that's going on. They're going to have them fucking that couple from St. Louis pointing the guns at the protesters speaking and all that other shit. Get the fuck out of here, man.
All bad stuff. What's your point? This thing being bad doesn't mean I have to say this thing isn't bad. And there's going to be no Democrats speaking at that fucking Republican convention. I guarantee.
Because ain't no Democrats turned Republican. That's why, goddamn it. What are you talking about?
John Kasich has not turned Republican.
He's supporting Democrats.
No, he's not.
He's supporting
Democrats.
Why did he speak
then?
He
just doesn't want to see Biden. He just doesn't want to see Trump elected again. It's that simple. It's that simple.
But if you're a diehard Republican, it shouldn't matter. You're gonna go for whoever represents the Republicans.
No. These are all people that we fucking hated prior to Trump even being elected as fucking president. Now John Kasich on our side. Now he's on our side. Come on, man. Get out of here, bro. I just know that the Democrats will never give us anything we want if we always will just vote for them anyways.
So what will the Republicans do? What are the Republicans doing for us?
Well, so we're not worried. We know they're bad. They're not going to help us. But if our reported party, if our side is supposed to be the Democratic Party, we should be getting something out of it. And just a guy who's not as bad as Trump is not good.
No matter who's in office, brother, this is not going to be a win for black people. Period. Brother Black, go ahead.
That's my point.
Yeah, it sounds like to me it was just a whole shit show, but yeah, it sounds very
just a bunch of fluff, man.
We need more elaboration, brother, than a shit show.
It doesn't sound like it was very entertaining. They didn't really break any points. I didn't watch it, so I didn't know
it was supposed to be entertaining, brother. Did you hear Obama speak? Did you hear Michelle Obama speak? Did you hear any of these people speak?
The only thing I've heard about was that Michelle Obama said something about Trump. I didn't really follow much this week as far as with politics. That was the only thing I heard, honestly. But based upon from what
All right.
Cheffen just said, if they didn't talk about any of those policies, I would think something's wrong with that problem too.
Well, I'm going to preface my comments and say, first off, with all due respect, Brother Cheffen is full of shit. That's number one.
Fuck you. I don't care. I don't give
Number
a
shit. Number two, out of all those speeches that was said by everybody doing the DNC, I do not agree with that. Nobody did not speak about any kind of policy. I will say that there wasn't much dialogue about policy, but they did bring it up. I will agree with Brother Cheffen that the overall premise was Donald Trump's this bad guy. We need to get him out. Right?
That's it. That is it.
Okay.
That is their message.
Right. So I agree with you in that aspect. And I said to you before, that's going to be their whole thing during their campaign or whatever to get him out. That's going to be their.
That's just no message. There's no inspiration there. There's no.
I'm not saying that's a. I'm not saying that's a good message or a bad message. I'm just telling you that that's what was going to happen. Did I not say this? Did I not? I'm looking like I really should have been the oracle on the Matrix. I've been predicting this shit from day one, and you motherfuckers will give me my just due eventually. I've been saying this shit for months.
The Democrats ought to just steal Trump's slogan. The Democrats ought to just steal "Make America Great Again," because what the fuck does that mean? Because when has it ever been fucking so great that we ain't had no
I said that
problems?
too. Yep.
So they just want to go back to the last time we still had fucking problems at best. At best. And I'm not falling for it. I'm not like, oh well, Trump is bad. So like, no, that don't even make sense, man. It's like your mom and dad asking you to pick sides, but they both hitting you. And that's like, what? I'm emancipated.
Well, let me
that's
see.
What the fuck I am, okay?
my mom hits me. My mom hits me a little softer than dad, so I'm gonna go with mom. See, when I get my ass up, it don't hurt
but
as
it's
bad.
those tongue lashes is when she start talking shit about you. That's how moms always get you. Moms will destroy you verbally, okay?
No, I get it.
So I'm just not impressed with this shit.
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I get it.
And I don't
get the
want
whole
Trump
DNC
to be president,
thing.
but I'm saying Biden is not going to be a good president. Just because he's not as bad as Trump doesn't mean he's an answer to any of our problems. I still got major concerns for us as black men in America, for my people, for the environment, for all the homeless people, all the millions of people who are getting evicted slowly but surely over the next 6 to 10 fucking months. This shit is gonna hit the fan, and whether it's Trump or Biden, I'm so.
All we can do, brother, is be hopeful. Try to think positive. Like I said before, outside of the whole tax situation, Trump didn't really change much in my life. I still get the same racial harassment and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing has changed for me. So if Biden was to get in office, I don't think much is going to change for me in my life or in my kids' life at all. It's still going to be status quo. Only thing changes is the tax shit. Maybe he'll fix the tax shit that Trump fucked up, and maybe they'll get that reform taken care of, and maybe he'll try to get some universal health care. We don't know, but I'm just going to remain hopeful and hopefully see that maybe they will implement some change, not just change, but for the African American community, people of color, minorities, and things of that nature, because we've seen Donald Trump destroy that, and we all said last week that we kind of agreed that Biden was going to try to rebuild and repair certain relations, whether it be with here in the United States and on foreign soil.
Hopefully. Hope you're right. I think hopeful. I'm trying, as you can tell, I'm very hopeful. You hear the tone? You hear my tone? It's full of fucking hope. Hope.
I mean, I just have a new
Try.
mantra, brother.
Try.
I have a new mantra. I'm just trying to be as positive as possible, brother. Like I really don't want to look at the negative shit. I mean, I don't want to engage with glorifying the negative. I really want to try to look at the positive as much as possible, because when you do that, you know, the tension, the stress, the worrying, and all that shit, like we don't need that. We got a hard enough time being black in America, in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a full-time job in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And you know, we don't need to be trying to worry about this extra shit. We need to be trying to focus on us building up our community and making sure that, you know, we can obtain some kind of generational wealth to be passing down to our kids and shit like that. And I mean, the only way we can do that is by, quote unquote, getting the right people in office. But the thing is that we don't have the right people in there that represents us. And I don't know how long it's going to be by the time we get that. We thought we had that with Obama, but that really wasn't the case.
That was not the case.
But we're not going to backtrack. But as time moves forward, you know, as my kids, brother Black's kids, Cheffen, and when you have kids, and they able to make their impact and put elected officials in office, hopefully, you know, if we're here, we'll be able to see that change. If not, you know, hopefully they're doing the right thing and they got somebody in there that's going to represent them and do right by them.
Right. Well, gentlemen, I suppose that is as good a spot as any to leave today's cast off on. A good conversation. Appreciate those questions at the top there, brother DJ. Black, you got anything to add?
No, not really. It was pretty good.
Okay. Well, in that case, you know, this is you guys be safe, be vigilant, and you know, fuck the Democratic National Convention. So. All right, gentlemen. No, until next week. Y'all take care of yourselves.
Next week. Y'all be safe, brothers.
Deuces.
All right. 1.